going on, guys? Hope everybody had a good Super Bowl. I had a tough day actually on Sunday. For full transparency, I was on the 49ers money line in the Super Bowl. Horrible bad beat with Iowa. Anyone watch the Iowa game? Up 8 points. I had -5.5. Got in 2 points lower than closing line value. The line closed at 7.5. Me and the clients got in at 5.5. 3 seconds left in the game. Minnesota chucks up a 3 and it goes in. The ultimate bad beat. So it's a 1-3 day today. But tomorrow's a big day. There's one game in particular that's a 3-unit play. This is rare. College basketball is way higher volume than football. Football, sometimes when I really like a game, I go 3 to 5 units a game. Basketball, it's more of just a volume thing. Long term, week after week after week, even with the bad days mixed in, long-term winning, gain those units every single week, and that's what I've been doing. So to have a 3-unit play tomorrow, it's pretty big for Monday. The last 3-unit play we had was actually a week ago. It was on a Sunday, Villanova at home over Providence, and we cashed that play with ease. So I think it's going to be the same thing here. Let's go over these games, guys. If you are new to my channel, consider becoming a member. You can see at the bottom of the screen, you'll get all my best picks for $30. But you can definitely just subscribe to get notified when I put videos out. Monday through Friday, all these videos come out at 6 in the morning Eastern time. On weekends, they're a little bit earlier into the late night hours of the night to give you guys some extra time to see the picks, because the weekend 49ers, man. I can't even speak. Just going to try to get through this video, guys. Slap a like on the video. Let's get into these games. Let's get into them. What I was trying to say is I do this every single day. I give you guys my opinion on every single college basketball game every single day, and that will continue through the March Madness tournament. So probably a good idea to be subscribed. Lehigh at Bucknell. I lean Bucknell at home. Money line, don't mess with the 1.5. -114 on the money line. Give me Bucknell over Lehigh. Wake Forest at Duke. I think this is a good spot for Duke. The only problem was I wasn't really impressed with Wake Forest. They barely got by NC State. But maybe they were looking ahead. They've been hot. We've seen Duke struggle at times. Should have lost to Clemson at home. They did lose to Pitt at home. Wake Forest spread 6.5. I don't know. I think it's the time of year where they really got to start to turn it up here. They're ranked 9 in the country. I think that's a little bit out of control, a little bit overrated, but they got to take care of games like this. They cannot screw around and let Wake Forest hang around in this game. Show that you're a top 10 team. Give me Duke laying the points. I can't take Wake on the road in this spot. New Orleans at Northwestern State. No play there. Probably New Orleans in the points. West Virginia on the road at TCU. I wish I knew the travel details of the Mountaineers. The Mountaineers played on Saturday. They got absolutely killed by the Texas Longhorns, so they're still in the state of Texas. Back-to-back road games in just 2 days' time. That's really, really hard to deal with. Additionally, West Virginia has pulled off some awesome wins at home. They beat that same Texas team at home. They beat Kansas at home. They beat Cincinnati at home. But on the road, they're absolutely pitiful. TCU off that hard loss. They got beat pretty bad by Iowa State. Now they're back home. I think this is a good spot. 12.5. I don't love laying 12.5 in a conference game, and that makes me a little nervous here. But I lean TCU. They should be able to get the job done here and get across that number. It's just a horrible spot for West Virginia. What else we got here? Some of these games are just kind of Alabama State at Southern. I don't know. Jackson State, Arkansas, Pine Bluff. Lean Arkansas, Pine Bluff in that one. Probably money line at home, -104. Kansas at Texas Tech. Texas Tech all day. I wouldn't mess with the spread here. I would definitely go money line. -137 is the current money line price. Kansas kind of got banged up. Harris was hobbling at the end of that game. They almost threw the game away. Baylor had some awesome shots at the end. Hunter Dickinson, man, he's just soft. And Kansas is kind of similar to West Virginia in the fashion that they're just so substantially better at the Fog in Lawrence, and on the road against a Texas Tech team that dropped quite a few games recently, but got back on track with a win at home in their last game. They're still at home. They play better at home. I expect a good environment. And at the end of the day, man, number 4 in the country, Kansas, on the road against number 23, Texas Tech. And Texas Tech is favored. Kansas is a public play. Currently, 75% of bets are on the Jayhawks catching about 2 points here. So I lean Texas Tech in that game on the money line. Elon and Towson, it's just a huge spread, 12.5. No opinion. Don't bet that game. Florida A&M, Prairie View, again. I guess lean the home team, -102 on the money line, maybe worth a look. Not a ton of games tomorrow. Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be absolutely epic. We crushed Tuesday and Wednesday last week. Combined over Tuesday and Wednesday this past week, I went 8-1. So I've been doing really good on the weekdays. Had a couple of struggles here on recent weekends. So hopefully we can clean up the weekends and, stop having such a good week and then throwing away some of our money at the end. Hopefully we can start to really string together these 4-1, 4-0, 2-1, 3-2. We can just keep stringing along these winning days and try to avoid these weird 1-3 days, 4-5 days. I just hate throwing away a couple units here and there on tough days. Even it's gambling, it's basketball. The ball's going to bounce on the rim weird sometimes. You might lose by a single point, maybe a free throw, maybe one bad turnover. At the end of the day, that's why it's so unbelievably important not to go too big on certain wagers and to just manage your money correctly. If you guys opened up a betting account, you're saying, you know what, I'm going to get into sports betting. I'm going to use $1,000. That's all I have. I'm not going to do any more. I'm just going to do this one time. I'm going to take 1,000 and see what I can do. You should not be betting $400 on one bet. You shouldn't be betting $200 on one bet. If you got $1,000 to bet with and you really like a game and you really feel like you should go a little heavier on that spot, $100 max. 10% is a huge bet. 10% of your bankroll. So just something to consider. But really looking forward to the next few days here. I just, off of kind of a spinning the wheels, kind of some bad beats, some unlucky breaks, threw a couple of units away over the weekend. Time to get back on track. Probably a good time to also become a member if you're interested in that. We're rocking and rolling here over our last 20 picks. So that's pretty much it, guys. See you in the next video.